Enough already!
Hinako, your father...
Stop sugarcoating it! So cut the crap and apologize! To me! To Tuko! To Mother! Apologize for all the trouble you've caused us!
In every nightmare, there is a choice. Silent Hill drags us back to 1960s Japan. A village shrouded in mist, a mask that binds, and one fragile girl forced to face 5 fates, some tragic, some absurd, all unforgettable. Her name is Hinako Shimizu, a girl burdened by family honor, a girl silenced by expectation. She enters Ebisugaoka, a village where cherry blossoms bloom from veins, where shrines whisper and shadows breathe. The fox mask watches. In Japanese folklore, the kitsune's wedding is an omen, a beautiful ceremony, but a deception, a trap disguised as tradition. Hinako fractures, pills numb the fear, sanctuaries lull her into safety, but nothing lasts. Silent Hill F offers no mercy, only choices, and choices carve endings. 5 paths, 1 default, 1 tragic, 1 hopeful, 1 ultimate, and 1 absurd. This is not just horror. It is body and soul torn apart. It is folklore turned nightmare. It is survival by defying the mask. Silent Hill doesn't always end with monsters. Sometimes it ends with silence, and silence can be the cruelest horror of all. Hinako Shimizu returns home. The fog parts, the lanterns glow. Her mother smiles too brightly. Her father cannot look her in the eye. The village sleeps as if nothing has happened. No demons, no blood, no screams, only silence. But this silence is not safety. It is surrender. It is the sound of a future already written. This is the default path, the one every player walks the first time, because on your first run, you cannot gather every hidden document. The shrine keeps its secrets. The choices remain narrow. You follow the straight road. You solve the puzzles. You endure the rituals of the fox mask. You avoid confrontation. And the game locks you into obedience. Obedience becomes punishment. At the end, Hinako becomes the Shiramuku, the faceless bride, a symbol of erased identity, a vessel dressed in white. You think you're fighting her. You think you're battling the monster. But it's an illusion. The truth is far worse. The screams of the bride fade into sirens. The ritual chamber twists into a crime scene. We learn Hinako has massacred her own wedding guests. The red capsules given by Shu shattered her mind. What she believed was a fight for her soul was, in reality, blood spilled on the altar of tradition. That is the cruelty of Silent Hill. Not death by monsters, but survival without self. Not horror in shadows, but horror wearing the smile of family. This ending is important because it shows you the cost of silence, the cost of choosing safety, the cost of obeying tradition. The silence is the prison, and Hinako is already inside. The second ending is called The Fox's Wedding, and like the folklore itself, it is beautiful on the surface, but rotten underneath. Hinako stands before the shrine. The fox mask waits. Beside her appears another version of herself, the adult bride she is expected to become. This is Fox Hinako, elegant, silent, ready to submit. She is not an enemy born of flesh, but of expectation, and the battle begins. Fox Mask offers the elixir. Fox Hinako drinks, and with it, the younger Hinako feels her will stripped away. Shu arrives. He tries to protect her, but his rage betrays him. He confesses the truth. He was the one who gave her the red capsules, medicine that blurred the line between reality and nightmare. His guilt transforms him. Shu becomes a Tsukumogami, a monster made from objects that have outlived their purpose. Because in this story, his purpose as best friend has expired. The fight is brutal. Two boys, Shu and Kotoyuki, the man behind the Fox Mask, both claim her. Both argue over who she belongs to. Neither listens to her voice. And that is the horror. Even as Hinako cries out, her words are ignored. Her body is the prize. Her soul is forgotten. At the end, she succumbs. The choice is no longer hers. She dons the Shiramuku. She becomes the faceless bride. And in the final vision, she is seen holding both men, a chilling image of possession disguised as love. This is why the ending is called The Fox's Wedding. Because like the folklore omen, it looks sacred, but it is a storm in disguise. The marriage is not a union. It is a funeral, the burial of agency, the death of identity. The wedding is the funeral, and Hinako is already gone. The third ending is rooted in folklore. It is called The Fox Wets Its Tail, and it is the most spiritual, the most brutal reflection of tradition turned nightmare. Hinako pushes deeper into the dark shrine. This time she carries knowledge, the hidden documents, the whispers of villagers, the truth of Inari faith. She knows the fox is not just a mask, it is a curse. It is the blood of Ebisugaoka. At the shrine, she is stronger. She resists the adult version of herself. She fights her sister, Junko, who demands she follow the path of a perfect daughter. And then, Kotoyuki reveals his true form. The boy she once saved, now fully possessed. He becomes Shichibi, the cunning fox spirit, the monster who believes he owns her. The battle is violent. Fox Hinako claws at her. Junko shames her. Kotoyuki demands obedience. Shu arrives, but even his protection twists. He too transforms. A Tsukumogami, an object turned monster. A friend whose time has expired. Hinako stands alone, surrounded by the people who defined her, and she fights them all. The dialogue is chilling. Kotoyuki tells her no one will miss her, that she is destined to be spirited away, that his love is her prison. But Hinako rejects him. She screams back that freedom is worth more than love twisted into chains, that no shrine, no fox, no man will dictate her path. She defeats them. The shrine crumbles. The fox fades. And for the first time, she chooses herself. But victory comes with a price. There is no wedding, no family, no friends left at her side. Only silence. But now, it is her silence. Not oppressive, but defiant. This ending is freedom, but it is freedom alone. The horror of liberation without love. The horror of surviving while losing everything else. Hope blooms, but it blooms in blood. The fox is gone, and Hinako walks away alone. The fourth ending is quieter, but in Silent Hill. Quiet does not always mean safe. This is Quiet Ebisugaoka, the so-called passion ending. Hinako has gathered more fragments of truth. She knows the fox's curse. She knows the shrine's lies. And yet, this time, she chooses not to destroy everything. Instead, she seeks harmony between her timid self and the adult bride within. The two Hinakos clash at the shrine. But instead of annihilation, they merge, a fragile, uneasy union. Kotoyuki steps forward, not as a monster, not as the fox's puppet, but as a man torn between love and tradition. Shu has already fallen away, his friendship broken, his purpose expired. Now the choice is only hers. Reject everything, or try to love in spite of the curse. The village breathes in silence. The shrine trembles but does not fall. Hinako lowers her blade. She reaches for Kotoyuki. For once, the mask is not forced onto her. She chooses to wear it, not as surrender, but as a trial of love. The two leave together, not with certainty, not with clarity, but with passion, and the fragile hope that love can exist outside the shadow of Silent Hill. Quiet Ebisugaoka is not liberation. It is not annihilation. It is compromise. It is the horror of asking, is this really love, or just another cage painted as devotion? In the final vision, the fog recedes just enough to show the town asleep, peaceful, calm, but fragile. The kind of calm that could shatter at any second. In Ebisugaoka, silence lingers, but this silence is hers, for now. And then, there is the absurd, the ending no one expects. And yet, every Silent Hill fan knows the UFO ending. Hinako looks to the sky. The fog splits. Lights pierce the darkness. A low hum grows louder. A disc descends. Beams of green tear through the village. Monsters vanish. Villagers are lifted, screaming into the sky. Even the fox mask is pulled away, flailing, powerless before the absurd. And Hinako, she laughs. She smiles for the first time as the light swallows her whole. It is ridiculous. It is hilarious. And it is tradition. Because Silent Hill always hides a parody. A wink in the dark, a reminder that horror can crumble into laughter. Even nightmares can laugh. 5 endings, 5 mirrors of Hinako's soul. The first, coming home to Roost, silence as prison. The second, the fox's wedding, a funeral disguised as love. The third, the fox wets its tail, freedom bought with blood and solitude. The fourth, quiet Ebisugaoka, a fragile compromise between passion and tradition. And the last, the UFO ending, parody, chaos, laughter in the dark. Together they form a mosaic of what Silent Hill truly is. Not just horror, but identity, tradition, defiance, and the price of every choice. Silent Hill does not offer you victory. It offers you reflection. It asks, will you obey? Will you fight? Or will you laugh as the sky opens and light swallows you whole? That is why Silent Hill lingers, because its monsters are not always outside. Sometimes they are the masks we wear. Sometimes they are the choices we refuse to make. You bow to the mask? Would you choice below? And subscribe to Hido EXP Boost for cinematic recaps, brutal reviews, and stories that follow you long after the credits fade.
I didn't really like my mother.